Dienstages Dilemma-Tag. Folks, be honest. Kalis is watching now. Did you only click on this video because of this image here? I thought so. Now, what is 7 of 9 doing on the show, and why isn't she wearing any clothes? Well, the reason is simple. This card image will appear in the new set, The Trial Never Ended, that the Continuing Committee is going to release next Monday. It will focus on the Q-Flash mechanic. If you don't know about this mechanic, it's like a series of mini games that you do within the mission attempt. Q is being a prankster, he's messing with your away team, and it's mostly meant to be some light-hearted fun, but there can also be some severe consequences in the game. Let's have a look. So if we look at our crew here, we see that we are playing with a mixed Federation Klingon DS9 property logo team. We've also brought in Mirror Barile, probably with Temporal Micro Wormhole. We've brought some guns because we fear Deniven Neuroparasites when we attempt a planet mission. And we immediately jump into the first dilemma here. It is the Caretaker's Guests. One personal present, opponent's choice, is placed atop draw deck. Our opponent for some reason decides that they want to place Benjamin Sisko on top of our draw deck. You may place a different personal of the same affiliation from a discard pile with this crew or away team. Let's have a look at our discard pile. Hey, we actually have some Federation guys in there, so Nog takes Sisko's place, and then this dilemma is removed. Let's move on. Next one is Artillery Attack. Kills X personal random selection. Immediately probe. Probing means looking at the top card of our deck. There's a handy button for this in Lackey. And we know that this must be Benjamin Sisko since we just had to place him there. Now, X becomes the number of skill icons on the probe card. And there are 5, meaning 5 of the guys in our crew away team will be randomly selected to be killed. Let's shuffle them and take them from the left. Nog immediately dies again, as does O'Brien, Mark, and Garen. Worf dies and he takes Jadzia with him. They are discarded. And this dilemma goes away. So we've already lost 5 of our 8 guys. And the remaining 3 run into the Q-Flash. Now, with this new expansion, this will no longer be a Q-Flash, but rather you will encounter a card like this one here. You might have seen it on social media already. Q, a Dazzling Flash. Crew away team has a Q-Flash with X cards from opponent's Q Continuum, where X is the number of personal present. Discard dilemma. So this works just like the old Q-Flash. We get to check the number of guys we've left, 3, and then we have to encounter 3 cards from the Q Continuum. So let's do that. Shuffle them, take the first one. It's Quandary. Restore 1 personal from your discard pile. Restore means we get to place them there. Now, let's just take Worf and Jadzia because it seems to be good worth for our money. Restore them. Thank you, Q. In this case, he was helpful. But hang on, it goes on. Shuffle into crew or away team. And then opponent selects 1 personal random selection. If it is not the restored personal, so not Worf and Jadzia, discard them and lose points. Oh dear. So let's shuffle them. And let's just take out 1 at random. It is not Worf and Jadzia. So this personal is discarded, and we now lose 5 points for that. And we move on with the next Q card. It's Mandarin Bailiff. Opponent takes 1 personal present, random selection, into custody as a captive. Okay, let's have a look. We shuffle, take the left card. Worf and Jadzia. So I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I think we will have to look at all the number of skilled icons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might actually be that we only have to look at Worf here, but let's do the worst case scenario. We have selected Worf and Jadzia. What happens to 1 personal also happens to the other. Rules Master, correct me if I'm wrong here. So we can decide to have them be captured, which might lead to severe consequences later on. Or we can just avoid that and post bail and transfer 5 points over to our opponent. Let's do that. give our opponents those 5 points. We lose 5 points, but we get to keep these 2. And then we still have a last Q flash card here. And that is the placeholder for the new card. And as you can see, it's 7 of 9 in all her glory. The law reads, if you're attempting to embarrass me, you won't succeed. Reveal the top card of your draw deck. We still know what that card is. It's Benjamin Sisko. If it is a personal, it is placed beneath draw deck. Oh no, we were hoping to draw into him again at the end of the turn and then just play him again next turn. So he's placed on the bottom of the draw deck. Yeah. And to add insult to injury, opponent scores 1 point for each skill dot icon. So they score 5 points. And you lose 2 points for each special download icon. So we lose 2. Send him to the bottom of the deck. And then with that card, our opponent scores another 5 points. We have lost 2 points. We still have 3 guys left who could try to complete the mission, but as you can see, they don't have the engineer and they don't succeed here. Now, this little Q-Flash dilemma turned out to be 3 cards, and between them we have lost 5 for the Quandary. We decided to lose another 5 for the Mandarin Bailiff, and then the new futile attempt made us lose another 2. So our score went down by 12 points by this last seed card here, whereas our opponent gained 5 from futile attempt and 5 we transferred with the Mandarin Bailiff, so they went up 10 points. So as you know, these microtransactions don't look like a lot if you look at them individually, but they can add up really quickly. And if you run a deck that uses these new Q-Flash cards under multiple missions, and you maybe add also some pointless cards like the higher the fewer and lack of preparation and things like that. And for your own draw deck, you add little point mechanics like assign mission specialists. You have a really good shot at building a deck that simply does 2 missions for 30 or 35 points each. And then you score a lot of points here and there to get you to 100, while at the same time also taking points away from your opponent and force them into doing a 3rd or maybe even a 4th mission. Okay, so if you like this Q mechanic at all, I suggest you head over to CCG this week, have a look at the articles they've posted and the cards they are releasing until next Monday. And on Monday, November the 1st, you should see the full mini expansion and also the changes to the existing cards that they've made to bring this mechanic in line with current rules. Okay. That's all for today. Thanks very much for watching. Expand your power in the universe and subscribe to this channel if you don't mind. Bye bye.